Hello geometry students and families. The purpose of this video is to help make sure that everyone's understanding and on the same page for how the class is working, as well as understand some options about when a student may be absent or absent for an extended period of time due to quarantine. So that being said, mostly everything that's being run through class that is not in the classroom is being run through Canvas. And so if you're a parent or if you're a family member and you want to help your student engage with class at home, have them upload their Canvas page, and from there you can look over their shoulder to see what they are doing, or, and I would highly suggest this, become an observer of the class. To become an observer of the class, there are directions for that on our district webpage as well as our school's webpage. And what that essentially allows you to do, it allows you to actually be in the class and see everything that your student sees, except for uploading assignments, because you don't need to go through high school again. So that being said, when you do access Canvas, whether it's over your student's shoulders or you're accessing it as an observer, you're able to see the actual class itself. And now when you get to the home page, which is the first page that you see, you'll notice that there's 4 buttons down below as 4 primary options. You could go to the modules page, which is this week's learning. You can see the syllabus, the current grades, and the hall pass. And the hall pass is digitized for students who are in the classroom, so you can disregard this. The 2 that I want to focus on is this week's learning and the current grades. The current grades are going to be updated in Skyward. While Canvas does provide an option to see grades in Canvas, that is not where I, as a teacher, am making updates or adjustments or keeping the most current grades at. Any of those other adjustments or other updates will be put into Skyward directly. And so, that being said, please go to Skyward to see your student's most current grade. Otherwise, you can access this week's learning by clicking on the link that says this week's learning, or you can go to the modules tab over on the side. Both of them take you to the same place. When you load up the class itself through the modules tab, you're able to see a couple of different things right off the bat. 1, the weeks are organized by module, so every week there will be a new module with that content in it. You're going to see that there's some learning resources. These are videos, notes, other documents that will help support learning. And so some that are going to be visible every week are these 3 links up at the top, organized by period 4, 5, and 6. Depending on your student's period, you'll be able to access that link, and that'll take you to the notes that we have taken that week so far. It is updated live as I'm writing them during class, so they will always be the most current. There may be videos, there may be documents to support those videos as well of the learning that's also happening in the classroom. The other thing that I want to point out, especially for those of you who may be quarantined and absent from class for a long time, I recognize that math is hard to learn, even when you're in the classroom, and it's especially hard when you're trying to learn it from home. And so one of the things I've decided to do, and I've elected to do, is to create a Google Meet link where you will be able to watch class happen live from home. And so this is a Google Meet, like when we were doing hybrid and remote this past year. You'll be able to look at the class through my camera and be able to watch as the lesson is performed and be able to follow along with notes or any of the other details during class live. That being said, because we are doing school right now as in-person learning, this link and joining remotely does not replace being in the classroom. So it does not count for attendance. If you are not physically in the classroom, I have to mark you absent. And so that being said, my purpose of doing this is to support your learning. And that is my primary goal and objective, is to help you learn this material effectively and efficiently. And this link does help support doing that. So if you find yourself at home, please join our class live, engage with the class as much as you can, even though you are still absent in terms of what Skyward's looking at and what the school's looking at. It does help me support you in learning this material. The other thing that I want to point out is in terms of what is being graded and what goes into Skyward is also exclusively through Canvas. And so if there is an assignment we are doing in class that will be going into the gradebook, you will see it listed here under the assignments part of the module. And so every week you'll be able to see assignments here. They might be loaded up on Monday, they might be loaded up on Tuesday, they might be loaded up other times during the week, depending on the flow of the classroom. So that being said, please engage with class on a daily basis. Please engage with class on a daily basis if you find yourself absent for an extended period of time. Just like how class happens every day and you would be updated by the class by being there in person every day, the same thing is true, and the same expectation is true when you are at home. And so if you see an assignment here, you please complete it by the due date. And if you have any questions or concerns, please just email me those questions and concerns. I'm more than happy to help you either about the assignments or any of the other questions that have been covered in this video. I thank you guys so much for your work and your time, and I hope you have a fantastic evening. Take care.